Hello, everyone. So our next topic will be presented by Miss Marina Chanaeva, and it will be about the 5 most common mistakes to avoid when launching your startup. Okay, Marina, over to you.
Hi, thank you, Linda.
Thank
Hi. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining my session today. I really hope it will be useful for you and I can add some value to your business. So today I'm going to speak about 5 most common mistakes to avoid when launching any startup. And let me start with the quick introduction. So my name is Marina Chanaeva. I'm from Russia, and I have been living in Dubai for the past 4 years. I'm a founder and CEO of CMV Solutions, where we help other companies to build and launch their products, to optimize their business and operating models, and help with go-to-market strategies. Also, I'm a co-founder at an early-stage robotics startup called Trolley Tech, where we manufacture service robots for the healthcare sector, healthcare providers. Before establishing my own business, I had been working for multiple corporations as an IT consultant, project manager, business manager within different companies and territories worldwide. I used to work for Kaspersky, a cybersecurity company, for 8 years, where I was managing 2 business segments, XSP and MSP in Middle East, Africa, and Turkey territories. Also, I managed a local startup here in UAE, in Dubai, where we developed a child online protection solution called Kidzonet. It's a solution as a service for telecom providers. And actually, that was a breaking point when I realized that if I can manage a startup for someone else, why I don't do it for myself? But very soon I realized how delusional it was, thinking that I know everything so well that I can skip a lot of steps and get straight to the point with my genius ideas and corporate experience. So today I'm going to speak for those who is just thinking of starting their own venture and those who has already started their businesses and being in the middle of the journey. Mature business owners might relate a lot to what I will be saying as well, because they already went through those issues. So please post your comments and questions. I'll try to answer it all on the way or in the end of the session. So your active participation is very much appreciated. Well, creating a new company is an incredibly difficult work. It takes a lot of determination, energy, and strength to push through the thousands of decisions which you will have to take every day, face negativity and pushbacks. But the good thing is that we live in the times when the market has already accumulated the experience, formed functioning startup ecosystems, and gained the knowledge of proven strategies and tactics. There are various organizations and individuals ready to share their expertise, and all you have to do is just study the rules and follow that. So no need to reinvent the wheel. But what happens in the reality is, and it's a pure psychological phenomenon, you get so excited about your idea, about your vision, you know exactly how it should work and how to develop the product. So you just cannot wait. You just want to do it, and you skip the theory part, the learning part, where you have to sit and read. But you think like, nah, it's not very important now. I'll deal with that later when I have time and my product or service is ready, because like it's already so good. Well, bad news. Any genius idea is worth nothing, but the execution does, and this is true. Moreover, your idea most probably already exists in some form. Also, many ideas are just an improvement or a different take on an existing idea, which already exists. Your idea can be actually new, but probably there are many other people who have thought of that as well. Or very often the same ideas come independently at the same time or near the same time. For example, I think it's a very, very good example. So when Google started as just a search engine, the idea to create a search engine wasn't new in the market. There were many search engines at that time, including OpenText, Infosys, Snap, and others. But what was different? It's the way the founders envisioned the search, their competences, and their code, of course. But the idea of Google wasn't valuable, but the execution was and remains so. Shortly, 99% of any startup is a hard work. It's a daily routine, boring, time-consuming activities which you have to do to build your business and make it rolling. Earlier, 20, 30 years ago, the problem was a lack of knowledge and the technological immaturity, illiteracy in the society. But now, on the contrary, there are thousands of technology startups launching every month. Everyone wants to create a new Facebook, new Airbnb, new WhatsApp, of course, using new technologies, but the market has changed and the customer perception of innovations has changed. And you have to follow the business, the basic business rules to make your startup work. Within the past few years, I have dealt with around 10 startup ideas. 4 of them were my own, and I really had to learn the hard truth and face the reality. So today I want to share it with you. I tried to narrow it down to 5 crucial mistakes, and it's my own rating. So for other entrepreneurs, it might be different, of course, but these 5 were the ones which really had troubles with. Okay, the first and the most common and the most important mistake is not taking the time to understand the market or to understand the customers you are building your product or service for. I know that for technical founders, it is much easier to write a code than talking to real people. It is scary, you feel uncomfortable, and you think like, okay, my product is going to be so good, so advanced that everybody will just buy it. It's not like that. Another situation is when you understand the importance of identifying your target customer, but you don't give it a priority because you already know how much time you have to put in this exercise. So you just skip it. So you know, but you ignore it. And so many times I heard from my team, from my partners, from my customers, like, why to do it right now? Why to identify your target audience and your customer persona right now? We don't even have a prototype yet. Let's just assume that our customers are all enterprise businesses or all SMB businesses or all men, all internet users. One of my clients wanted to build a new social network for football fans. And of course, his answer was like, the target audience for this social network is all people in the world. And I said, like, really? I don't watch football. Why would you waste your marketing funds to reach me on Facebook to advertise your social network? I will never go for it. I will never be your customer. So the customer persona is about your communication with the client. It's a foundation for all of your further actions. How you name the product, which territory you're gonna sell it in, how you evaluate the target market size, what language you use to describe your product and actually talk to your customers, which channels you use to promote your product, which price you set, everything that makes your business work. However, all of that doesn't really matter when you have unlimited funds and other resources, and neither you nor your investors care about the payback period and return of investments at all. But no, of course, in 99% of cases, there is no such luxury. So the first 2 questions the investors are going to ask, who's going to buy it and how much money is in that? The next relieving idea you can accidentally take from the market is that you should pretend that competitors don't exist. in the market, and you should focus on your customers only. It's very true about the customers, but ignoring the competition is like shooting yourself in the foot. Again, it was true when the technology market wasn't as developed and saturated as it is now. You have to constantly research your competition for one major reason: to get deeper insights on your customer needs, because customer needs, especially in technology market, are modeled by the market, not vice versa. So the logic is very simple. The product market fit changes, then the customer expectations changes, and you have to change along with them. So first, you should recognize who your competitors are. What products or services do they offer? Where do they sell? What is their share in the market? You have to understand what is your total addressable market and how you're gonna enter that. You need to know that to forecast a profit that your startup can potentially count for. The second step is to do a proper competitive analysis to identify competitors' strengths and weaknesses. You need to find out everything you can: their cost structure, pricing structure, management systems, business and operating models, size, marketing and PR strategies, literally everything what you can find. So, and what to do with that information now? Now you should define your unique product proposition. So unique product proposition or unique selling proposition is what makes your product different from anyone else in the market. This is your personal seat at the table. It shows your niche. It enables you to stand out from your competition and gives your customer a clear idea of who you are and what you can do for them. There is a very rare situation when you are alone in the market, but more often people think that they're alone in the market, that they think that their product is so unique that there is no competition at all. Once this thought comes to your mind, you should immediately think of an alternative solution that has been existing all the time before you came with your product idea. How people used to get the same job done in a traditional way or using manual solutions for the problems. For example, how companies used to keep their corporate networks secure before any security solutions were invented and advanced, by cutting the internet access for the staff. So this is the traditional way of solving the problem. So, and then cybersecurity vendors, they probably came to sell their first security solutions, explaining the value of doing the things in a new way. Or possibly they explain not the value, but the features which their solution had. And here we go to the third mistake: when you try to sell an amazing feature or advanced technology to the customer instead of the value. And before selling the feature, of course, you already built it, you invest in that, into the development, completed all the cycle. But the very important thing to remember that feature is what a product has or does. Value is what a customer will pay for. And there is a huge difference between those two. Any customer will pay if you help to solve their problems. They don't really care how exactly it will be solved, which tools, which features gonna be used. Let me give you an example. When you bring your car to the service, do you care what is the level of education of service personnel there? Or what equipment they use, or what color of uniform they wear, or if they're humans at all, maybe they're robots fixing your car? No, of course you don't. What you care about is to get your car fixed with 100% of quality. You want it fast and at reasonable price. This is a value that you expect. The features may be good to know information, but that's not what you will be paying for. Now imagine that you are planning to open your own car service in the neighborhood and you decide to build it in an innovative way and replace all mechanics with robots. This is your feature. You invest into that, and then when you are ready to open, when you are ready to launch, you realize that you have to double the price for the customers to make it profitable for your business. Double price in comparison with your competition. So still you go for that. You invest into a marketing campaign where you advertise your super innovative approach. You provide the specifications for the robots, explain how advanced the technology is, and what happens? No one comes to your service because it's too expensive. Actually, this example illustrates not only the mistake of focusing on product features instead of value, but also a mistake number one that we talked about earlier, when you don't do a proper research of your target audience. You don't know their pain points, desires, their lifestyle, their dreams, their fears. If from the very beginning you would define your target audience as a mid-aged man owning an economy car with an average income, and you specify the income, and who is married with 3 kids, and whose main problem is to keep his job during COVID-19 and to find the additional source of income, then you would probably skip the robot feature and replace it with a free coffee machine and kids section in the waiting area. So to keep the price affordable and make it more attractive from customer service perspective. So same idea of focusing on value applies to any product or service. So without any exception. Of course, there are industries, there are customers who would require a specific advanced technologies, and in those cases, the price would not really matter for them, and even the opposite, it could be a negative factor because of their perception. So, and the important thing here is to make your product resonate with the customer needs. Okay. The fourth one, you should always remember that your startup is a business venture. It's not a research organization. It's not a charity. It's not a gathering of friends to spend some nice time thinking of great achievements in future. It's a business. It's a business which is supposed to bring money in the end of the day. And before it starts bringing money, it will require a lot of expenses. Actually, this mistake of skipping the economics is the combination of multiple financial issues. What happened to startups, and in 1 hour won't be enough to talk about all of them. So I want to focus on the early stage mistakes. So before you write the first line of a code, you need to understand the feasibility of the project, of the product. You may say that it's so obvious that everyone knows that you have to have a business plan. Yes, everyone knows, but only a few does. You have to plan and analyze your business to set realistic expectations for yourself, for your team, and for your potential investors and business partners. The business plan should be aligned with your business model and go-to-market strategy. And this little thing of having a proper business plan can dramatically increase your chances of success. There are questions you should answer as early as possible. It's how is your business going to make money? How are you going to spend money? What are the unit economics of your business model? How do you manage the cash flow? What are you going to be when are you going to be break even? And when you can achieve your strategic milestones. So speaking about unit economics, I really love it. I truly do. It's a simple and very helpful tool, especially for startups and any new businesses. It's not as intimidating as a full-fledged economics of the financial model, because the unit economics allows you to break it down into small pieces. So I would highly recommend to everyone to look at the unit economics closer. There is a lot of theory and examples in the internet, and it will really help you to do an initial assessment of the market and the product's feature potential. You can also use it to forecast profits and optimize the product. So you can use it for everything, actually. The second very important thing is managing the cash flow. What you really have to have a realistic and regularly updated forecast for your business. The revenue, the expenses, and the cash. And you need to understand the cash conversion cycle, because sometimes billed customer invoices don't automatically turn into the cash. So you need to be really careful about that. Okay, the last but not the least is actually more a confusion rather than a mistake. It's about what go-to-market strategy is and how it's different from a marketing plan and marketing activities. A very common misconception, like I hear it everywhere, is that go-to-market strategy is a marketing. It's just a marketing plan, promotion plan, where you define communication channels, advertising channels, content strategy, some PR plan maybe. Yes, the marketing activities are the essential part of go-to-market strategy, but it consists of many other parts. And some of them I have already mentioned today. So, well, go-to-market strategy is a plan to deliver your product to a customer. It is similar to a business plan, but the main difference is the purpose of each. So, business plan is a North Star for your business. You create and follow it as long as the business is running. So, it's a long term. Go-to-market strategy is a time-bound plan that serves the purpose of launching a new product to the market or relaunching the existing one. So the work on go-to-market strategy starts in the very beginning of your startup and product. You should identify what are the markets you are going to target. What is the target audience on those markets? So it's customer personas. How you will distribute your product or services to the end customers. What is the unique value of the product compared to other products in the market? What should be the selling price? And only then, when you answered and formalized those questions, you should think of selecting marketing channels, referral programs, social media, PR activities, and so on. So the bottom line is that you should engage the marketing people as early as possible, from the very beginning when you just started thinking of the product, of a new product. All right, the last thing I want to say today is that there is a big difference between working for corporates and building your own startup. Cross working from different departments in the corporate and thinking that you have a grasp on all different aspects of the business is a delusion. When building your own startup, it's something you have to do all by yourself. You have nothing ready. You have to do everything from scratch, while in the corporate, you have teams for that. And you only see the outcome. You don't see the process they've been through from day one. And this is the process you have to go through to reach the stage where when everything is automated and everything is clear and you don't have to second guess every step that you make. You have to go through that process. So this is it from my side. Thank you for your attention. Now we can have a discussion.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I don't see any questions. Yeah, there is a question. Hi. Please go ahead. So I see the question about unit economics. So all this methodology is based on the term of unit. Unit is something that can be either your customer or the product you sell. And it's different for every business. For example, in telecom industry, the unit is the subscriber who is consuming either mobile services or internet services. For example, supermarkets, the unit is the customer who enters the supermarket and consume the goods there. For enterprise business, the unit can be, for B2B model business, the unit can be the other organization who is a customer for your services. And then using this unit, you identify the parameters such as cost per acquisition, lifetime value, and the potential revenue. So it's less parameters that you operate with, and it's easier to implement it. So actually, it's a huge topic. You can drop me a line in LinkedIn or my mail, and I will be happy to share the information which I have about that. All right. Okay, let me go through the questions. I have a comment. Doing research about what the customer wants is a good strategy, but won't be cost effective for a startup. It depends on how you are doing the research. Of course, there are specialized companies whom you can pay money, so they would do it for yourself, but there are totally free techniques which is available for everyone, and it's just a matter of doing it for the first time. And it's very cost effective, but believe me, even though if you feel that you cannot do it by yourself right now, investing a little bit on the early stage and outsourcing this job to someone will save you a lot of money in future when you already launch your product, which is not valuable for the market. So I hope I answered that. Again, if you need some assistance with the materials on how to handle the research, I will be happy to help after. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Marina.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.